Good morning, everyone. I'm Annie Howell. I'm Chief Communications Officer of Hallmark Media. And I want to start by saying thank you to all of you for coming out on this beautiful Buffalo morning. It's gorgeous. I grew up in Toronto, so this is like I'm getting homesick. This is my weather. Anyway, we're thrilled to be here with all of you and with the Buffalo Bills organization today. This is something that we've been doing that's near and dear to our heart because that is who Hallmark is at the core. We're a brand that is about putting joy and putting positivity, hope, and love into the world. And in turn, we get that back, and we're really feeling that hugely here in the Buffalo area. So I'm going to keep my remarks very, very short and bring on our production team. But I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you to Skydance Sports, to the NFL, and to the Buffalo Bills. They've made this incredibly easy for us, and we're so excited to be here and getting going on this movie. And you're going to see a lot of us because we're going to make a lot of noise in this market around this movie and this incredible fan base and this beautiful community. So thank you. I wanted just to say thank you, too, to Maria Fisher on my team, who is putting all this together as the lead on this movie on my team, and Alice Rao, who's here somewhere over there. And so with that, I'd like to introduce to you Samantha DePippo, who is our SVP of programming, and she is bringing this movie to life for Hallmark. She's in charge of all of our scripted content on the air. So she has a huge job, and here she is she's on the ground too. And in addition to our producer, Andrew Gernhardt, who has a lot of experience here in Buffalo. So with that, I'm gonna bring them on and thank you very much. Sam and Andrew.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. Well, we'll let you guys jump in with everything since I'm sure everyone has a lot of questions, but we're very, very excited to be here.
Andrew, you and I talked back in March when you were doing the other movie.
Yep.
What made you want to come back to Buffalo to do the second movie, and I understand that you have a couple others in the pipeline?
Well, I may have known about this movie. So I'm originally from Connecticut. My production company's in Connecticut. We do a lot of movies in Connecticut and around the world. But Buffalo, with the new incentives, the great film office with Tim Clark and Rich Wall, they kind of lured us up here. We did our first test movie, Newport Christmas, which was shot in Buffalo, and also in Newport a little bit, and that's what led us to this, doing this Buffalo Bills movie.
Samantha, obviously you guys had a lot of success last year with the first football movie. Talk a little bit about that partnership and sort of what was the genesis behind going down that road and getting involved with NFL like that?
So we have been so thrilled to partner with Skydance Sports, the NFL, and our first holiday touchdown movie was the #1 movie in cable last year. I think what we were so excited to be joining with the Bills this season was when we were thinking about what's our next holiday touchdown, the Bills just made sense. There's a lot of love for this community, for this team. Like Andrew said, we filmed up here before, and we were really excited to partner with the entire executive team from the Bills once we met with everybody and saw how enthusiastic they were about Hallmark and really thinking about this story that we could tell up here. It's been very exciting. But I think when you think about Hallmark Channel and you think about Christmas, there's a lot of our audience that watches with their family, right? With their kids, with their parents, with their siblings, and it's just such a communal experience. And when we did the first holiday touchdown, I think that really struck a chord with our audience, with with NFL fans and just sports fans. You didn't have to be a fan of that team, but for us, it's really telling a lovely Christmas movie in the only way that Hallmark can. And so we're excited to extend that to the Bills this season.
How many times will this air during the holiday season?
A lot, probably. We don't have exact number, but it'll definitely be a lot. Yeah. We are currently working with Skydance and Sports in the NFL for some other potential development, but we're really focused on this season's Christmas present, which is with the Buffalo Bills.
Andrew, Pete Quelly told me a few weeks ago that they want to make this as authentic Buffalo as possible, but there's a lot of people from outside the market what Buffalo is about and to make this movie on that?
Well, we've done a lot of films in various places, Mystic, Connecticut, Iceland, and we try and keep our stories broad enough and have this Christmas feeling so it touches everybody, but then bring the authenticity of the film, the location, the people, and not try and fake it in any way. And I think, I've been here now since March, so I know every restaurant, a lot of people around here. The crews have been great. The people have been great. We're all working together. We're able to say, oh, this is what food is at this restaurant, what people say, what people enjoy here. And this is a very authentic movie, and I think it'll be portrayed well in this movie.
Have you picked a wing spot that'll be featured in the movie?
Maybe. I will also just add to that, from a creative standpoint, it's really important when we're telling stories at specific locations that highlight a brand or a place that, to Andrew's point, it feels very real. And that if you are from that place, it feels like you're in the movie too. And so when we came up here at the end of the season, we were actually here the last game before Christmas. So it was against the Patriots, and our writing duo of Vanessa Morano and Danielle Morrow, who are here with us today, they came and joined us. We spent the entire weekend in Buffalo. We talked to everybody. They talked to everyone at the tailgate. We went to the game. We had the best time. And I think we really were trying to understand what is so special and unique about Bill's Mafia, about this team, and about the city. And I think we really nailed it. They really nailed it. And I think if you are from Buffalo, this movie is for you. And if you're a Bills fan, this movie is definitely for you. But if you love Hallmark Channel and you love Christmas movies, we're just hitting it on all cylinders, so to speak.
Was that site visit really the tipping point that said we're going to do the next movie here?
We had spoken to the Bills before that, and we were excited to be able to come up and shoot second unit that last weekend. It was important for us, again, when we talk about the authenticity and really elevating our production value. We knew you guys would have snow, not surprising, in December, and so we wanted to make sure that we were able to capture all of that, and we did. People were dressed up for Christmas at the tailgate. I'm sure you guys saw Santas and elves and everything. There was real reindeer at the tailgate, which was exciting. And so, one of the things that I remember most from that day was we were speaking to a gentleman who actually has been he said he's season ticket holder. He's been coming here for years and seasons. But we were asking him how he felt about the new stadium. And he said, I love Highmark Stadium. It is something that I have a lot of memories going to, but I can't wait to make new memories. And I think that transition, and for us, is really important in telling the story about the love that Bills fans have for this team.
Other Hallmark movies based in Buffalo, but not necessarily Christmas themed?
Sure. Yeah.
Your thought process?
Well, there's Buffalo is great because there's so many different looks here. You could fake Buffalo for like Chicago or Boston. Even outside, it could be Midwest. But there's so much great architecture in Buffalo that it should be highlighted in any film. Go to downtown. We got beautiful, beautiful locations.
And for period films, potentially, too.
Several of your cast members put out a video earlier this week. You're sharing your enthusiasm for being here and being a part of this project. What can you tell us about the cast, about the lineup that you guys put together for this project?
This cast is huge, and we are so thrilled to have, beyond just our family core of cast, which is Holland Roden and Matthew Daddario, Tracy Pollan, Caroline Aaron. We have an amazing Sopranos reunion with Joe Pantoliano and Steve Sciarippa. But if you look at the amount of players that are also going to be joining us in this film, it's very exciting. We shot with a few this week, and we also have some Bills legends that'll be joining us. So it's a really big cast. A lot of them were reaching out to us, and I think, we wanted to make sure that, again, it was like authentic to the scene, who would be there, what would make sense if we were having a legend that could come in. So, we do have Jim Kelly and Scott Norwood and Thurman Thomas. So we're really just thrilled with the amount of outreach that we've gotten from the Bills players. And they did a great job on Tuesday. Really great job. We were actually, I will say this, so we were filming at Oshai Children's Hospital on Tuesday, and we had Deion Dawkins, We had Damar Hamlin and Dwayne Carter, and they did fantastic. And we also filmed with Coach McDermott yesterday. I think he may have another career coming because he was amazing yesterday.
You think McDermott was the best out of that four?
I can't think. They were very different scenes. You'll see it in the movie, but yeah, they all did a great job so far.
Can you share some of the locations that filming is going to take place, and does that include Disney?
Well, we're shooting in East Aurora. We're going to be on the main street there. We're replicating the Carolcade, which is the big event, which we were here to shoot last December. And I do know, Buffalo, I remember Buffalo because I still can't feel my 3 toes from that shoot, so I will always remember Buffalo. But obviously we're in a stadium, we're outside the stadium, we're going to be in the Bills Mafia neighborhood, we're going to be in a Bills Mafia basement. I mean, we're really highlighting the best aspects of this area. We're all over the place. Elm Street Bakery, Vidler's, Five and Dime, gorgeous. I mean, the locations alone tell the story outside of just our characters.
Yeah. We did a lot of research for this movie, and when he's referencing the fan cave, of course, when you're Googling a lot of things, your algorithms come up, and I found this next man's fan cave in his basement. This is amazing.
Unbelievable.
It's very cool. And so we reached out to Andrew and was like, can you find him? And we did.
Are you shooting the Bandits game and all that? Are you proud on there? Or is that
The Bandits game?
Bandits game?
across the championship?
No.
No.
we're not shooting that.
How long will you be in Buffalo?
We are here till June 12th. I believe
Yes.
June 12th they're shooting.
A couple more weeks. We're just in the first week of production right now. No, they are not from Buffalo. One of them has family up here. And obviously when we come up here for our second unit shoot, she went to go see some of her family. Didn't tell them why we were here because we weren't saying anything at the moment. But when Vanessa went to go meet with her cousin, they gave her a bunch of Bills merch, which was just hilarious because that's just what you do up here on a game day. So it was really great. But no, they have done a ton of research. They talked to so many people. Matthew Daddario's role in the movie is VP of Stadium Development. And so it was really important that we made that role and what he would be talking about feel authentic. So they met with the real VP of Stadium Development, John Polka, and did a lot of research and talking to him.
Are there a lot of crews that are from Buffalo?
Yeah, there are. Most of our crew is from Buffalo, so they are locals or surrounding areas. We're also housed up at Buffalo Filmworks in Buffalo, where we're building a gigantic set. And I feel like that Western New York area is going to be getting a lot of business going forward because the tax incentives were really supported. There's a lot of great people. I mean, in the United States, it's been one of the most enjoyable places for me to shoot. It has been a great environment.
Yeah, and we use we say this line in the movie, but it feels very authentic to our crew and to this entire production. But it is definitely built for Buffalo, built by Buffalo.
On a business side, in a movie like this, is it hard to get product placement people to buy into it?
I think as far as product placement, everybody's supporting this movie. I know all the local companies are coming in to keep it authentic, so we're not like faking anything. So there's a lot of Wegmans is the greatest shopping place. I mean, I don't know, it's unbelievable, and so I mean, it's the support locally has been amazing as far as even printing or clothing supplies. Everything has been.
But even on a national level,
We've had a lot of outreach to our ad sales, and they're definitely having a lot of conversations. There's just a lot of excitement around this movie, especially about the fact that it's the Bills.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit more about the strength of Countdown to Christmas? And we know that there's such a fragmented audience these days, and there's been such ups and downs across the other networks. Why does Countdown to Christmas remain such a strong, important part of sort of the zeitgeist these days?
I think it's a tradition for a lot of families. Countdown to Christmas is the place to watch holiday content. Our movies are iconic, and our audience really comes to us because they know exactly how they're going to make them feel, right? There's a lot of love that goes into our movies, and when we announce our slate every year, which usually happens sometime in September, the fans just gobble it up. They're just waiting for it. I've never experienced the type of fandom that Hallmark Channel has. It's incredible. We love our fans, and we've expanded even more into our fan experiences with our Hallmark Christmas Cruise and our Hallmark Christmas Experience that is down in Kansas City. And when you see how they interact with our talent, our Hallmark family members, it's really incredible to feel and understand how much these movies and our shows mean to our fans. It's incredible.
We've got a player for you. Reid Ferguson is one of our
Hi.
gold players. He's
Yeah.
going to be in the movie.
Yeah, hi, Samantha. Nice to meet you.
All right, sure. Yeah, I'll go
Come
to the
speak.
I'll, I guess just to preface, forgive my raspy voice. We had a team competition a couple days ago, and I was yelling quite a bit. So I'll try to speak into the mic as much as possible.
Reid, they were saying that some of the players reached out to Hallmark to get involved. Is that how you got involved, or how did you end up being a part of this?
Yeah, so the opportunity was presented, I think, from our PR director, Derek Boyko. He shot me a text, and I think I couldn't have texted him back yes quick enough. It's funny, 'cause I think his text came after it was announced, obviously, that Hallmark was coming to film here. And my wife was like, she's a huge Hallmark fan. She's probably seen, I heard one of the producers has filmed over 1,000 movies, and I'm pretty sure she's seen all of them. So she was thrilled that that y'all would be coming here to film. So she was like, "That would be so cool if you got a chance to are they gonna have players in the movie?" I was like, "I don't know what they're gonna do. I'm sure there's gonna be a couple guys in there." And then he the opportunity presented itself and jumped on it. So it was a pretty cool thing to kind of add to the resume. So yeah.
Yeah, we're excited to have
Cool.
How do you rate your acting skills?
Oh my goodness. I guess we're gonna find out. This is a first for me. I know, I've done some stuff, with some of you guys in the past. Done some stuff for the team on social media over the years, but nothing on the big screen. So, fingers crossed.
You're gonna be great. You're gonna be great.
Is your brother jealous?
Probably, yeah. I think, he probably is a little jealous. It's he's a big Christmas movie guy himself, so I'm sure he'll be watching as well. Yeah.
Reid, you've been in Buffalo now for a while. The idea is that this is such a perfect place for a Christmas movie. Mafia is such a perfect fan base for this. Do you resonate with that?
Absolutely. When you think of a Hallmark movie, you think of I just heard you mention it. The great fans, right? It's such a like a loving community of movie fanatics, right? And when you bring that to a city like Buffalo, city of good neighbors, right? It's kind of like a perfect match. And I was just told actually before I came up here that around 80% of the people working on the movie are from Buffalo. So I think that just kind of adds to it, having that hometown feel. And they came here to Buffalo, right? They're not, out, I guess, filming elsewhere. They're here filming in the, the last season in Hallmark Stadium, or Highmark Stadium, Hallmark Stadium, Highmark Stadium, the last year. So to kind of commemorate the, the final season, just being able to be a part of that as a player, I think is a really cool opportunity.
What has been the team reaction to having this movie?
It's been pretty awesome, actually. I walked down here with Josh Palmer, one of the other guys that's going to be doing it with us, and there was guys coming up in the locker room like, "Hey, where are you guys going?" We're like, "We're going to film the Hallmark movie." They're like, "How do I get in on that?" So I think there was definitely a lot of interest from the locker room for sure.
Reid, you guys are favorites to win every game next season. Doing the movie, another project with the Bills was announced yesterday, of course. How does it feel right now for this team to sort of be the belle of the ball nationally?
Yeah, I think it's just a cool opportunity to showcase, what we're all about, the culture we got here, the good, we got a great locker room, great group of guys, great coaches, really just an overall great organization. And I think that's been reflected really on the field, off the field, in the media over the past, handful of seasons since Coach McDermott and Brandon Beane have been in charge. So, I'm a fan of watching Hard Knocks. I know you mentioned that came up yesterday. So, it'll be an interesting, opportunity or interesting thing that we're going to go through here in training camp in a couple months. But, we're all looking forward to it.
We heard Sean was a pretty good actor. Were you able to see any of that? Or
I don't know. I'm going to plead the fifth on that one. I don't know if he's, I can't speak on his acting, but, he did start doing his little, dad joke Fridays last year, so I feel like he's trying to improve, but we'll see, yeah.